You ever notice how every pricing webinar for agencies sounds like a TED Talk crossed with a motivational poster? Someone on stage says, "You just need to charge based on value," and half the room nods like they've just been handed the secret to eternal profit. Value-based pricing won't save your agency. It's a catchy slogan that promises freedom from hourly billing. But most of the time, it's just a fancy name for guessing what a client might pay without getting laughed out of the room. Hey, I'm Kurt Schmidt, founder of Schmidt Consulting. I help creative, marketing, and software development agencies grow their businesses, build smarter systems, and stop chasing bad fit work. And if you've been told that switching to value-based pricing will fix your margins and make clients finally respect your time, well, buckle up. We're about to unpack why that belief might be just holding your agency back. The problem starts with the name itself. Value-based pricing sounds elegant, even philosophical, but in reality, it's often just code for charge more because you think you're worth it. Real value pricing, the kind economists talk about, means your price is tied to the economic outcome you create. But most agencies don't get access to that data. You don't see their clients' revenue numbers, you don't control their sales team, you just build the thing and hope it performs. So instead of pricing on value, we end up pricing on vibes. What we believe our work is worth, and not what is proven to deliver. All those gurus say is price based on perceived value. Okay, but whose perception? If it's your perception, that's just confidence, or maybe delusion, depending on the week. If it's the client's perception, then congratulations, you're now in the psychology business. Your revenue depends on how convincing you are in the proposal meeting. And look, I've gone down this rabbit hole myself. I've read all the books, sat through all the seminars, tried to build that magical value-based model everyone swore would change everything. But what I got out of it was a lot of theory and very little actual value. The truth is, perceived value usually means whoever tells the better story. And while storytelling is great for selling creative work, it's a terrible foundation for pricing. Because perception changes. The minute results flatten or leadership changes, that perceived value disappears faster than your unpaid invoice. And remember, to the client, they're hoping for value, no matter what you call it. Add too much fancy nomenclature to the conversation and you might just confuse your way right out of a major deal. What agencies really need isn't value-based pricing. It's outcome-based partnerships. The kind where both sides agree on the goal and the metric before a single pixel gets designed or a line of code gets written. Let's say you're working with a SaaS company. You agree your goal is to increase trial signups by 20% in 6 months. You charge a base fee, maybe $30K, to cover your costs, plus a performance fee if you hit or exceed the target. That's outcome-based pricing. It's clear, it's measurable, and it turns your client into a partner instead of a skeptic. It also keeps everyone honest. No vague talk about value, just data and accountability. And it's worth saying, most clients aren't looking for an investment opportunity. They're not hunting for a private equity partner. They just want a website, a rebrand, or a campaign that actually works. They came to you because they trust your expertise, not because they want to share risk or negotiate percentages. Does it take more trust? Yes, absolutely. But that's the difference between being seen as a vendor and being treated as a strategic business partner. But here's why the idea just won't die. Value-based pricing feels good. It feels like agency therapy, that you're finally charging what you deserve. But when you zoom out, most agencies using it are still working project to project, still guessing what clients will pay, and still arguing over scope creep. They've changed the label, but not the system. Because unless you're measuring outcomes, value is just an opinion, and opinions don't pay retainers. If you're running an agency, the real shift isn't from hourly to value-based. It's from deliverables to outcomes. You have to think like a business partner, not a project vendor. And that means having harder conversations up front about what success actually looks like. It means saying no to projects where success can't be measured. And it means getting comfortable with sharing risk, because that's where the real money and trust live. Value-based pricing won't save your agency, but aligning your pricing to real outcomes and building the trust to back it just might. If this hit a nerve, good. It should, because agencies that survive the next few years won't be the ones with the best proposals. They'll be the ones who stopped selling perceived value and started building provable results. If you found this helpful, hit the subscribe button for more insights on building smarter and a more profitable agency. And hey, thanks for watching.